Hey, what's up everybody, this is Jeff, and today we're on the PTR testing out Frost Death Knight. And if you guys don't know, in patch 7.3, Frost is going to be getting some massive buffs as well as some nerfs, and I did release a video about this a couple of days ago that you guys might want to check out. But overall I'm pretty satisfied with what Blizzard has done. They've pretty much made every talent viable. Whereas on live, we're pretty much being pigeonholed to, play just a breath spec. But here in the PTR, I've been playing around with Breath of Sindragosa and Obliteration. And as far as DPS goes, they're pretty much close. Breath is still pulling out a little bit ahead of Obliteration. Now, one thing I did want to talk about is Hungry and Rune Weapon. It pretty much feels out of place now, because what made Hungry and Rune Weapon really awesome was its synergy with Breath, Sindragosa. But now that it's been moved on the same tier as Breath and Obliteration, it kind of feels out of place because, well, the problem with it is that when you use it, you're pretty much flooded with resources. You're flooded with lots of rune, lots of runic power, and you just don't have enough globals to use them all. And for the most part, today I've been testing it out, and I just feel like I'm actually losing DPS rather than gaining DPS because I just don't have enough globals to use everything. Frost Strike, Howling Blast, and Obliterate, and all that. So that being said, right now it just feels like Breath Sindragosa is still going to be really good for players that like the breath spec. And for players that like more of a consistency spec, more of like a machine gun spec, Obliteration is actually really good now, because you can actually get Killing Machine procs off of Howling Blast now. Now, I did perform some DPS tests earlier today, guys, as well. So I'm going to show you some tests for Breath Sindragosa and also some tests for Obliteration. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and test the breath spec first. Now on live I'm able to do about 1,000,000 DPS unbuffed without heroism, and on the PTR it's pretty much the same thing. I'm still able to do 1,000,000 plus DPS, actually a little bit more than that. And for players that like the breath spec, yeah, keeping up the breath is actually a lot harder now than it is on live, because we no longer have Hungry and Rune Weapon. But the thing is that breath does so much damage now up front that it really doesn't matter. I think the most I can keep up the breath was during my test was about maybe about 25 seconds. But as you can see from this footage, like, it still does so much damage, guys. Like, I know in the forums people are saying like, oh my god, so breath spec is gonna be dead, and machine gun spec is gonna be the way to go. But no, I think breath is actually still going to be really good, and I wouldn't be surprised if people just continue playing it, because it's such an easy playstyle. Alright, now in these tests I am running the Obliteration build, or the MG build, and as you can tell, guys, the DPS is still really good. Like, this is why at the start of the video I said I like the direction that Blizzard is taking Frost, and that it's making every build viable now. So basically, whether you go with the breath spec or the machine gun spec, you're going to be putting up some pretty nice numbers. So here I'm easily pulling 1,000,000 plus DPS as Obliteration spec. And I don't know, guys, like right now I'm kind of torn between sticking with breath or sticking with more of the consistency spec or Obliteration spec. And they're pretty close as far as DPS goes. Now, one thing I did notice about the breath spec is it still has a problem of once your burst is over, once your breath is over, then you pretty much have some downtime. And that's one thing that I don't like with the breath spec, is that there is a lot of downtime where your runes aren't regenerating that fast, and you don't have enough runic power, and there's a steep decline in DPS. Whereas with the Obliteration build or consistency build, I don't have that problem. So I'm still not sure what kind of build I'm going to go with come 7.3, but it's still fresh right now, and I'm pretty sure Blizzard still has a lot of changes in mind But right now, all I can say that it's looking really, really good. And I honestly can't wait until 7.3 comes out so that I can actually play Frost again. Because right now in Tomb of Sargeras, Frost is not doing so well. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. And let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you think Breath of Sindragosa is still going to be the way to go for Frost? Or is it going to be more of the consistency / obliteration spec? I for one happen to like both builds, and I'm going to keep testing them out on the PTR. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.